Hi, I'm Hannah Stevens, and I'm going to be the coach for today.
I'm Alexis Heartsfield. I'm going to be the athlete.
I'm Lindsey Johnson. I'm going to be the videographer.
Okay, so today we're going to be having Alexis use the arm curl machine. This simulates a bicep curl movement. The muscles utilized in this, the agonist is going to be the biceps brachii, and the synergist muscles are going to be the brachialis and the brachioradialis. So you want to adjust the machine to make sure that it is good for your proper height and get you the most benefit out of your exercise. So you can adjust it here to raise or lower the height of the machine. Basically, when you're sitting on the machine like Alexis is, you want to be able to have your triceps or your arm flat on the bench, so that way when you pull it back up, you can get the full proper range of motion. So she's all set here. And then the weights you can change over here. You can turn the dial to adjust by 5-pound increments up to 15 pounds, and then you can pull this pin out and move it accordingly to increase or decrease the weight. So what Alexis is going to do is she's going to grip the handles, and she's going to flex her arms to pull them closer to her, closer towards her face. And then she's going to slowly lower them back down, making sure not to slam the weights against the machine. And she can repeat that as much as she wants. If she goes for lower volume and higher weights, it's going to be using more of the phosphocreatine system. If she's doing more volume based with lower weights, she's going to be utilizing potentially a little bit more of the glycolysis, but predominantly it's going to be anaerobic mostly the entire time. Thank you very much. Now you can stop there. So that is the arm curl machine. The population that's predominantly using this is going to be people who are either rehabbing, so they need a little bit more assistance stabilizing, or it's going to be maybe seen in older populations who again are just trying to work their way back into exercise, not necessarily trying to get the full brute force of also having to use their stabilizer muscles. So if you then wanted to transition away from the machine and move to a free weight, you can also do a bicep curl with a dumbbell. So the muscles used here are going to be a lot of the same muscles. Again, you're going to use your biceps brachii, your brachioradialis, but you're also going to be involving your core muscles this time because you need to stabilize yourself since you're in a standing position and you're not using the support of the machine. You're also going to be utilizing more of your shoulder muscles to help stabilize the weight as you raise it up. So Alexis is going to demonstrate for us. She's going to stay super tight. She's going to tighten her core, tighten her whole body so she's nice and stable from here. She's going to flex her elbow at the joint to bring the weight closer to her body, and then she's going to lower it back down, nice and controlled, keeping her wrists locked out the whole time. Notice she's using a supinated grip, which means her knuckles are facing down, and she's got her thumb wrapped over the weight. That's a closed grip to ensure that she doesn't drop the weight at any point, just a safer position. And again, this is going to be using anaerobic bioenergetic systems, predominantly phosphocreatine if she's going for a little bit more volume than moving into glycolysis. Some of the benefits of using the free weight versus the machine is that it does require you to add in this extra stability component. So the populations that are using this would be people trying to not being so specific with just working the one muscle, so pretty much any other group aside from rehabilitation patients or the older population. It's good for training for sports, basketball, tennis, anything using your arms really. Spotting, this is not necessarily an exercise that we'd be spotting with because the weight is not in any position where it would fall on like the chest or head or anything, but so in our opinion it might be a little bit more dangerous for the spotter if someone was trying to get involved, but given that the weight is in its position, she should be pretty safe to get the weight away from her if she needs to and she starts to fail on the exercise. And that is it.
Are you working Saturday?